Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Monday before May the 4th be with you. Big day in Star Wars land all around. So we have our favorite Star Wars person here, Apprentice Ewok. Hey,
Hey
Brandon, how you
everybody,
doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I loved loved the primer the other night for the Bad Batch.
Thank you.
Some great ideas and theories floating around there. I think uh, Bailey may have to be drug along a little bit, I think, but we'll see how tomorrow goes. Now, are you going to try to get up early tomorrow and watch it before you go in?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't decided. I know I'm going to, if I don't watch it, hey, sleeping, if I don't get up at like 3 to watch it, I can't do it at 1 because that's when it would come on here at 1 a.m. because I know the servers are going to crash.
Yep.
As they did during WandaVision, and there's twice as many people going to watch this. So I'm thinking about getting up at 3 and then watching it and then heading into work.
Yeah.
But because I know it'll be ruined halfway through the shift, you know. Everybody, Star Wars Theory and all those guys will have videos, finished within an hour of doing it, and those guys can edit quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably wake up a little before 5, watch it, and then get ready for work.
Yeah, I have to be up at 5 to head in. So I'll more because I know me. If I say I'm not going to do it, and then I go to sleep, and then I say wake up at 3:15 or something, I'm just going to lay there and think about it and be like, I'm missing it. No, I need sleep. You can get sleep later.
Yeah.
What up, G-Force? How you doing? Yeah, so more than likely I'll end up watching. But so today's going to be a slightly different Monday because we have Mr. Brandon with us. So I do have a little bit of mail, and Brandon has some mail if he wants to open as well. And then I do have a mystery box, which the only thing it says on it is Star Wars. So I grabbed it since it's the 4th. The 3rd,
Yeah.
and we can see what's in there. Hey, Tina.
Hey,
So, give everybody another couple minutes to pop in before we start anything.
Yeah.
So now, how you're going to be proud of me? I talked 2 guys into $1,000 worth of hot toys yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. How many? So are they each getting 2?
No, one of them's getting the Stormtrooper, the Scout Trooper set that I want.
Yep.
And the other one's getting the Superman Batman 2-pack.
Okay.
From the Snyderverse. So
Nice.
Yeah, I felt dirty, but it wasn't that hard of a push.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah, and one of them's contemplating picking up. He pre-ordered that right then, the speeder bike, and then he was like, "Oh, that Falcon as Cap."
Yep.
So We'll see. He'll probably fall to that one too, but he already the easy bit was he already has 2 hot toys. He has 2 Deadpools, so he already knows the quality and everything. The other guy's been trying to get one forever, and he just bought a house. So I was like, "Look, it's a housewarming present for yourself."
Right. That's a good way to look at that.
Yeah. So I was like, Brandon would be proud of me. I didn't make any money off it or get my 2% or whatever, but
Yeah. I really do need to sign up for that.
You really should. Because then at least if I do ever fall, you can get something.
Yeah.
Not like enough of us. Hey, Mr. Salacious.
Oh, hello. I snuck in.
Hey.
Bob's fallen asleep on the sofa. So I thought I'd come and say hello.
That's what he gets for leaving his computer running.
Yeah. He's silly. He's daft. He hasn't learned his lesson.
Yeah. Is it all those hot dogs that make him fall asleep?
I know. He has too many of them. It's all his American friends convincing him, telling us about all these hot dogs and all these condiments.
So there's a lot of phosphates running around in Bob's blood right now.
It certainly is.
Hey, John Joker, how you doing? Blue Sasquatch, how you up?
Hey, Blue.
We were just Salacious, as you know, tomorrow is your special holiday, May the 4th.
Yes.
So we were just talking about how we're looking forward to the Bad Batch tomorrow morning.
Special day.
So are you going to get up super early and make Bob watch it, or?
Yeah, Bob gets up quite early. Hold on. What? Bob? Oh, sorry, Bob. Oh, hi. Sorry, Mr. Ghost. Sorry,
Hey!
Brandon. Just seen what he was doing there, and I was having a quick nap. Sorry, I hope you don't mind Slade just popping on like this unannounced.
Oh no, always welcome. Always welcome to have the monkey.
What were you talking about? The Bad Batch?
Yeah, we were talking about how we're going to get up early and catch it so we don't get it ruined by the internet.
Looks awesome. I really enjoyed Brandon's pre-show with Paul's Collectibles the other day and Bailey.
Yep.
Thank you.
I've got a bit of a theory on the show as well, actually, that may or may not come to fruition.
All right. What do you got?
Well, I don't know. I mean, have you been talking about the girl Omega? Has there been any discussion about Omega at all?
Not yet. We really just started a couple minutes ago, so we haven't
sorry.
gotten into it yet. So
well, I'll hold on to it, and maybe
Okay. All right. Well, let's do some quick mail then. Mm-hmm. So I got a box from Sleeping Collectibles, and see what's in here.
That looks good, doesn't it, Brendan?
Yeah.
And I've had a couple people IM me on Instagram and stuff. I will get a PO box here shortly. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Good idea.
So, a nice little note. Sleeping, hope you don't mind if I read it. Thank you so much for a few months now. You've been one of the biggest driving factors in me doing this. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Nice.
There have been quite a few times where I've wanted to stop doing videos and go radio dark for a while, but hanging out with you and a few others online is one of the most relieving and comforting things. I'm glad something as silly as collecting toys has brought so many positive relationships. Thank you, John. Thank you, man. Yeah. Like I've said before, you guys and Salacious and Brandon and John Joker and Nathan and G-Force and you guys are what have kept me going through a lot of this. I was really, really down until I found you guys, and you guys make me laugh and you make me your videos make me smile every day. So that's what we got.
That's a really nice note. That is, Mr. Ghost. Really nice.
Ooh. Stark. The Tron Diamond line.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
That is cool. Oh, they did.
Who makes that, Mr. Ghost? Who makes that?
This is by Diamond. Diamond Select makes these.
Very nice.
They did 3 of them. They did Tron, Stark, and Flynn, Infiltrator Flynn.
Yes.
Those are cool.
That's nice. I like those star cycles, don't you? Those star cycles.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice. They're like the Monkey Lizard Speeder Squad bikes. They are.
And you got me a little clip-on Haunted Mansion guy. Thank you. And a sticker to go with my Papa Gord sticker I got today, too.
Oh, sticker.
Sweet.
Nice sticker.
Thank you, Sleeping. That's very cool. I'll have to dig out my other Tron stuff. I just hung up a Tron figure yesterday I found from that NECA made a few years ago.
Nice.
Have you got any of the vintage Tron figures, Mr. Ghost? I know you got some old figures. You got the
I have the bike, and I used to have Tron, but I don't know what happened to him.
Which color bike you got? There's a yellow one, and there's a red one, and there's a white one.
No, the blue was the NECA one I got new. The yellow was the old one I had.
The old one, yeah.
And then when Tron 2.0 came out, a buddy of mine in England got me one of the big recognizers that was only sold at the Disney stores over there. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
But the only other thing I got is Star Wars related.
Oh.
Ooh.
It is.
Ooh.
Yay.
Ooh.
Packing material.
Yeah. Pretty yummy amongst that. Oh. Got all siffy, ain't ya? And he got all siffy. Darth Sidious. Got all siffy, ain't he?
I couldn't pass this up. GameStop had it on sale for $110, marked down from $225. It's my first lightsaber, at least of the Force X stuff.
Nice.
But
give us a couple of lines then. Give us a couple of Palpatine lines, Mr. Ghost. Come on.
So be it, Jedi.
It's good.
Oh, I'm afraid your friends on the Forest Moon. I love him. He makes me so happy. And he's such a happy guy. He's always laughing, smiling.
Sneaky Eddie.
Yeah.
Sneaky Eddie, Brendan.
Super happy.
Yeah, super sneaky.
Brandon, do you want to open anything? You're going to save it for your stream?
No, I can show them off. I got the Death Trooper.
Nice.
The archive one.
Nice.
Yep. And then I want to thank, and they're both in the chat right now, so this works out really well. Nathan Bowden won Sleeping Collectibles giveaway when he did the 3 vintage collection figures, and then Nathan said I could have them. So Sleeping, the box just got here. I just opened it up a little bit ago, and it is the General Lando vintage collection.
Nice. He's smooth.
Phantom Menace battle droid.
Yeah.
And the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. So thank you, Nathan, and thank you, Sleeping, for sending that out.
Now, have you noticed the photoshopped legs?
Yeah.
I haven't got mine yet, so let's have a look at the legs. Get your legs out. Go on, get them out. Let's have a look. Can't really tell from here. Is it noticeable? Is it noticeable close up? Is it, Brendan?
Yeah, it is.
Darn it.
Crotch cam.
Crotch cam. Yeah, crotch cam.
I already forgot how to.
Why do they do that? Mr. Ghost? They had a photograph. Why have they photoshopped a new crotch in there? What was wrong with his old crotch?
There we go. Jeez. Yeah, it's just weird because once it's pointed out to you, you can really see it.
Right, and it is way more noticeable in person because I don't know, it just something's off about it. And there's that big long cape, and
the cape is a completely wrong color and look.
Yeah.
Someone was having an off day at Hasbro, weren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah. But
hey, Reptiles, how you doing?
I don't even see
his brown cape.
What's Brandon doing? Has he got X-ray eyes or something? What's he doing to it? What are you doing to it, Brandon?
I can't see the cape at all, so it must be tucked under the jetpack or something. But the figure looks great. It's just I never noticed that about the card back, and I don't usually collect vintage card backs or the vintage collection, so I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's all good. Thank you, Nathan, and Sleeping again.
Mr. Nathan. Mr. Sleeping.
Cool. Well, before we move on, we'll go through the mystery box real quick.
Ooh.
So all it said on it was Star Wars, and it's actually really heavy. I don't know I don't know why this would be this heavy.
No.
Because usually I don't collect a lot of play sets and stuff, and if I do, they go in big boxes so they don't get damaged. So I don't know.
You could fit a dozen donkeys in that.
Exactly.
Why'd you have to bring up a donkey?
When Brandon's done with him, you can. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. That would be why this is heavy. Okay. Got it. Okay. First up is a first order trooper from Flame Trooper from The Force Awakens.
Flame Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
And a Snow Trooper officer and Poe Dameron from Rogue One.
He's got a funny face on that one.
Yeah, wasn't the best.
He looks very surprised, I seem to remember.
The Rey's Jakku little speeder.
That's a good one.
The USB drive.
Yeah, the USB drive. A couple Infinity figures.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah,
that was cool. And then Vader.
That's another good one. I like his helmet on that one, like the styling.
Yeah.
It's a bit
I
of
like slightly see-through.
Macquarie-esque styling on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really bought a lot of that stuff because I didn't have the game or anything, so I didn't see the point in it. But when they went clearance, I bought a few of them just to have bits and pieces of it in the collection. That would be why this is so heavy. Okay, gotcha. So here's a battle pack. This is a pack of Republic troopers.
That's a good one.
Oh, cool.
The Clone Wars packaging. This has got a bomb squad trooper. He's the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the multicolored one is called Cut Up. And then the one here on the very end is called Hard Case.
And that was one of the 5th styles of cardback packaging we were talking about earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah. Maul was the first set was Yoda, and then they went to this Maul package, and then they went to those the red carded ones.
Yep.
And then they went to the Clone Trooper and the Storm Trooper. I got another one. Oh, I got a couple more of these. Rebel Heroes.
Get his eyes.
Han and Chewie and...
Get his eyes. Get his eyes. Get his eyes out.
CPO.
Pluck him. Pluck his eyes out.
This is the Emergence of the Sith. This was a Target exclusive.
That's a nice one.
Darth Sidious and Darth Maul. Now you see the power of the dark side. See, and he's even smiling there. He's just a happy guy.
At last we will have revenge.
And here's the rise of Darth Vader from one end to the other.
Oh.
So little Annie.
Changed a bit, didn't he? Changed a bit.
Just a little bit. Things happen during puberty.
Quite the voice change, yeah.
Yes. A lot of us don't get that nice, deep voice. So this is the Geonosis battle area. This has got a trooper, a clone trooper, Jango Fett, and Obi-Wan.
Geonosian
awesome.
battle droid. That's good.
So, and they all came with this little, at the time they were trying to make this little card game a thing.
Yeah, you get dice as well. You get dice with them. I've got hundreds of those dice. They get all over the place.
Yeah, and it just didn't take off. They should have kept with the thing. Now, the reason this box is so heavy is because it is full of the Disney Store exclusive
Elite Troopers, Elite Class, Elite ones.
Elite Series die-cast metal figures.
Yeah.
So
some of them are quite good.
They are. I was very happy with these. And I bought these instead of buying black figures. I don't know why. I ended up buying black figures anyway, but I thought the idea of a die-cast metal figure was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, and they do get the faces pretty good, you know, and his gun is sweet.
Big gun. Big gun.
And then also from Rogue One.
Oh,
That's one of the best ones in the series, I think.
Nice Death Trooper. And just an Imperial Stormtrooper. But because they're die-cast, these guys look great because all their armor shines and really cool. This is someone they didn't bother to make a Black Series figure, I think. They haven't made Bodhi yet, have they?
No,
no.
Didn't make him.
So hopefully for the 5th anniversary.
It's good. It's good. Bodhi Rook cargo pilot.
And almost unseen. This is C2B5.
I like him. I like the droids. I like the astromechs. He's a naughty astromech, he is.
Yeah.
He's a naughty one. He'll shock you.
Let's get more Rogue One here. Jyn Erso.
English Rose.
The more I watch Rogue One, the more I do like it. I just don't like the ending. I don't think they needed to kill everybody. I get the whole, a Suicide Squad, the Dirty Dozen thing, but let somebody live. Chirrut.
Oh, man.
With his
One with the Force and the Force.
bowcaster thingy.
One with the Force and the Force with me.
And I think the last Rogue One is, of course, Mr. Cassian Andor. Who I hope to see a trailer for his show tomorrow. The rest of them in here are all Force Awakens. So this is Poe Dameron.
I got that one. Mr. Bob's got that one.
Yeah. I like that they all came with a little stand. And I did pick up some of the 12-inch figures they had of these at the Disney too.
The 12-inch one's good.
Finn.
God, do you remember that first trailer, Mr. Ghost, when he pops up?
Yeah. And he takes his helmet off and like, oh, sweet. Somebody who's not a clone. Oh, it's just the janitor. Never mind.
Oh, get his eyes.
C-3PO, where if you read the extra comic, you'll find out why he has a red arm, which is the stupidest reason in the universe.
Get his eyes out, Ghost. Go on, pluck him, go on.
Lord Vader. He looks great. I honestly don't think... no, the cape's not cloth, it's plastic. But Han Solo. Rogue and Scoundrel. But I've hardly even done anything with these, and what I don't like about them is they scuff so easily.
Yeah, and they scratch up that way.
So.
Need to wrap them in tissue paper.
Oh, I did forget about.
He's a good one. He's a good one.
Yeah,
he's a good one.
And for the droid lover and all of us,
the
real star of the entire 9 saga. It should have been called the R2-D2 saga.
Didn't get much of a show, did he, in the sequel?
No. That's what he gets for being Luke's droid, apparently.
I love that. Oh.
Bob's got that one.
Yeah. Horribly underused character.
Yep.
Luckily, they did some fixing of her character in Resistance.
Had
some to do in Resistance.
Bob went all in on Phasma. He got the Kota Kaboya FX one as well, but a bit disappointed after the film, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Finn in Poe's jacket.
Now, how much were these when they were coming out?
I think I bought most of these on a clearance sale, so I think I only paid $12 for them, but I think they were $20.
Yeah, double that in the shops. Yeah,
Yeah.
25 pound, I think, in England.
Yeah, something like that.
£20, 25 pound.
Ray and BB-8.
I like that BB-8.
Yeah, I like that they didn't make BB-8 its own figure. I guess they could have packed him with R2, but it's nice that whenever you get a new Ray, you generally get a new BB-8 as well. At last, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
Mm.
Now I want them to do a new one with his spider legs.
And his guns.
Yeah.
I mean his muscles.
I got a Hot Topic manager.
Is his helmet in there or no?
No, he doesn't have a helmet. I thought when I bought him that there'd be a helmet like down in here or something.
Yeah.
Nope, because it wouldn't fit over his head. So they don't have flip out heads or anything. So, like, man.
Who's gonna talk first? You talk first? I talk first.
Misplaced humor. And the TIE Fighter pilot.
Is it good? Is that First Order? Yeah, First Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Bit of an evolution of the design.
yeah, the First Order stuff. Personally, I
bad.
would have, tried to make it a little more different.
Yeah.
The Remnant, as we know them, didn't really like the Empire, so I don't know why they designed everything off their stuff, unless it was just left over from the war, and that's what they could get. So that's this week's box, and it ended up being all Star Wars, so that worked out well. Now this back in here,
And now you know why it's so heavy.
and now I know why it's heavy. When I picked it up, I was like, I thought it was going to be a box of figures and stuff, and Bob was asking about those, and I was like, well, here's a box of Star Wars. I wonder if this has more figures in it. But no, it's just die cast, which is why it's so damn heavy. But you can see over here those white boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They're long boxes of comics. There's 16 of them, and they're all full of 3 3/4 inch figures.
Oh.
When I said I think I have most of them out of that 169 we were talking about, I'm pretty sure I almost do. That's still part of that big project I've been working on to sort everything.
Brandon's gonna swallow a fly in a minute.
I was doing the salacious.
So,
I got a toy today.
what'd you get?
Bob, I didn't move my mouth then. I said Bob without moving my mouth. You didn't notice, did you? Bob.
Ooh, I missed that one.
It wasn't packed very well by Amazon, so they didn't put it in a box. There was no bubble wrap. It was in one of those slip. So the card's slightly bent, but there's not a great deal of damage to it. But yeah, he's a nice boy.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Why doesn't he have his vest?
Because they are following the Kenner vintage line, and I don't think he had his vest on in the vintage line.
Gotcha, you're right. Okay.
So this does mean if they've done Obi-Wan, the Jawa, and Greedo now copying the vintage line, that means they're going to have to do all the others, aren't they? So we're going to end up with 2 sets of Black Series figures, the interpretation by the designers, plus a vintage retro style Black Series figure.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. We're going to have 2 sets of Black Series, and in fact, it's not 2 sets really, because a lot of the characters, we've got multiple versions of the characters anyway. So,
well, yeah, like when they put the Empire Strikes Back Vader, they just changed the font on the card from Star Wars to Empire and put it back out.
That's right.
And I bought it anyway.
Hopefully they'll do a Monkey Lizard soon. Not holding my breath though.
Well, there was a Monkey Lizard packed with Onomonomon. Was that the big guy who looks like a kind of like a snake or a lizard?
Yeah, that was in 3.75, 96 inch.
Yeah,
The only 6-inch was the only 6-inch was with Jabba. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that goes for over £300 now.
Jeez.
Yeah. It could be worse. It could be that 3.35 one that comes in that Death Star package.
Yeah, I know.
And those are thousands.
Bob made an offer on Bosk's Bounty, one of those. Still won't sell it to me. I'm working on him now. Working on him. I'm gonna get something on him and blackmail him. Shh. Or did I just say that loud?
Yeah. So Star Wars is the thing, and of course, tomorrow is in fact May the 4th, which is going to have a Hasbro event first thing in the morning. And we might as well talk about it early now. Did you guys see I know Bob and Rum did. Did you guys see the Marvel trailer today?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Chills. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, I mean, they know how to just stick you in the heart, and exactly.
Yep.
They could have showed Tony dying, but instead it's Tony hugging Peter. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee in the background, and then Chadwick at the end, and it's like, oh man. And then a new movie basically every 3 months for the next year. It's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. I peed a little bit. I know you did.
I'm not going to find it. Then, they didn't even show any TV stuff.
No.
So we know there's several TV shows still coming that, they didn't even bother to throw in. They were just like, come back to the theater. Here's your reason.
Did you pee, Brandon?
Oh, yeah.
All three of us were on the pee front then.
Yeah. I had to go to my bunk for a few minutes. But
let's not talk about that.
Cool.
Nice.
Nathan, it's a rabbit hole.
Yep. Oh.
Hey, Orlando, how you doing?
Hey there.
Hello, Orlando. Hello.
Ooh.
They're great little figures. I did actually open one, but I don't know. I think I opened a Vader because I wanted to see what the die cast was like on him, and then he could fight my Optimus Prime. So Optimus wins. He just kicks him, and that's about it. So they do a good job on those. I wish they'd go back and re-record some Legends stuff.
Yeah,
because a lot of those are not unabridged.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to get the Tron trilogy again, with new people doing them, with the sound effects, everything that they've been doing.
Oh, well, the one I listened to last year, it was Mark Thompson reading it all, and it was like, I forget what anniversary one it was, but it was like the silver box set one that I listened to of that, and it was really good.
Yeah, he's good. To be honest, Bob likes to make up his own sound effects. They're not all that good either, but don't tell him.
Man, another peg warmer that now people are actually kind of looking for that just disappeared. You'll stop. Sure you will. Yeah, that's not how this works. Nate, turn around and look at your wrestling collection and say you're going to stop at 5 Black Series figures.
You got no chance there, Nathan. Once they got you for life.
Mm-hmm. My favorite meme from when Joe Biden sent out money was a guy saying, "Hey, I got $1,400 in the mail." The next panel is Hasbro and NECA and Hot Toys kicking him and beating him onto the ground. You mean we got $1,400?
Yeah.
I tried to get out. They pulled me back in.
it'll be interesting to see once now they seem to be pulling a lot in from Legends, and why Shatter's saying they should just do a whole new Legends section of everything. And like on the back of your box, Brandon, for those comic book guys, they do have a Legends section, right?
Yeah.
Is it like a Back to the Future 2 timeline jump? Or is it just a straight line?
If you want to
okay,
zoom in
let me pull you up a little.
But it shows 91 to 2021. So
yeah.
But
and so they show the gap between episode from then until episode 7 as the Legends period. Okay.
Just missing my birthday on there, and then it would be complete. The timeline would be complete. Salacious run birthday.
Yeah, like you think they'd put Legends to 2014 when they
killed it.
Yeah.
They might, but I mean, they got rid of most Legends almost immediately. So, they had contracts with Dark Horse and stuff that kept going for a little bit. And they released a few books, but I mean, right away they killed that show Detours.
Mm-hmm.
They killed the Clone Wars almost immediately. There was a lot of stuff that just stopped. And then all the books and the comics were like, okay, that's all Legends. We're starting over. When they finally announced Force Awakens, they're like, okay, ignore all that. Here's what really happened. So they're like, no, I don't think so. Mine too, Tina. Mine too.
I mean.
That's crazy to me to think that I'm in the middle of the timeline.
You're a legend. What do you want?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Bless him. Bless his little cotton socks.
So we're all looking forward to the Bad Batch a lot. I think everybody's going to be up early watching it. To hopefully they're not going to pull a WandaVision. I don't need mystery. I don't need a who's this supposed to be? Who's this? Suddenly have a masked character and not know who it is, and then find out it's just Boba Fett in a different armor or something. I don't want any of that. I just want simple A-Team stories of them helping people, getting things done, running from the Empire, running, fighting a little bit, trying to save Omega, which, Salacious, you and Bob have been talking about your theories. What's your theory on Omega?
Well, we were talking about it today, weren't we, Mr. Ghost? Yeah, this interesting from Lucasfilm to drop in this Omega suddenly. We didn't see her early on, and now suddenly she's appeared. So leaves a lot of questions, doesn't it, Brandon?
Well, yeah.
Who is she? What's she about? What's she doing? What's her role in the Bad Batch? Mm-hmm. She's clearly somebody very important. My theory, and it's not Bob's, it's my theory. My theory is that she is a clone, and she is the last clone. And Mr. Ghost helped me with this earlier, because I said to Mr. Ghost, what does Omega mean? And he looked it up, and it's the last letter in the alphabet, last letter in the Greek alphabet. Yep. So we think she's the last clone.
Yeah. And
Bob said, well, maybe each member of the Bad Batch has a unique mutated ability from clone DNA. Their DNA was mutated to give them a special ability. Maybe, just maybe, she's got all of that mutated ability. Not Force sensitive, but she might be a super clone. She might be the last clone, and she might have all of those strands of mutated clone DNA. So she's like a super clone. That's my theory.
That's not bad. You would upset the fandom a little bit with, oh look, another Mary Sue character. But there has to be something different about her, because in one of the trailers they do actually say she's the last clone. Well, then something had to have gone wrong.
Do they say that?
First of all, she's a girl.
Missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they said?
Did they say that? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they said that Omega is the last clone.
Mm.
No, I was
clone they produced.
I was
Now,
saying, have they?
Absolutely said she's a girl.
Right.
However, in everything you look at Disney's put out, it always talks about her and she. Wikipedia's been updated now to say it's a she. So I think we're definitely getting a girl, which would be nice, because you're going to have basically a giant show full of just dudes, unless we get Ahsoka or Bo-Katan back or something like that. It's all going to be guys.
Yeah.
And even the A-Team had a girl. She wasn't on. She was just in the beginning of each episode or so, and a little bit to wrap up. But she was there. But I don't want any of that mystery box stuff. I just want good Clone Wars episodes. I don't mind if they're an arc. We've dealt with arcs in the Clone Wars forever, and that's, I think, what we're going to get for the first episode, is that first initial arc that would have been 3 to 3.5 episodes, all at once.
What do you think of my theory, Brandon?
Yeah.
Yay or nay? Yay or nay?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Let's have an Ewok bet.
Yeah. I think I've said that I would absolutely agree with that, and I was just gonna say something, and I forgot what it was.
It's all right. Take your time. We'll wait.
It's all good. It'll come to me eventually.
Just joking.
Well, all you have to do is watch episodes 4, 5, and 6 for that.
And then watch
attacking poor innocent construction workers. Poor old man, just trying to be the best leader he can.
Yeah, they wiped out a few million, didn't they, in one go?
Yeah.
And Rebels.
Hey, Papa Gordon.
Oh, it's Papa John, the pizza man. I love Papa John. He's my favorite.
Yeah, but they've been doing that to me recently too, G-Force. Maybe they're having a little too much sharing.
G-Unit.
Everybody saying hey.
Papa John, Papa George, Papa every man, and his monkey is his dog.
Hey, Dashy, how you doing?
Oh, I don't know, Dashy. Hello, Dashy.
Oh, I figured out what I was going to say.
All right, gotcha.
I do think Omega will be a girl, and because they weren't very clear about it, but I haven't seen much from Disney, but I'm guessing that's the way that it's going to go. But I said it on the Paul's Collectibles, the Bad Batch breakdown, and it'll be the clones. It's always been about, like, for our brothers and stuff like that, and then they're all of a sudden going to have a sister to fight for.
And for some of them, not necessarily the Bad Batch, it could even bring up images of Ahsoka and fighting for this person. So, everybody, if you have not subbed to G-Force yet, get over there. He is 6 away from 300. We've got to get him to 300 today.
G-Unit.
Always got great content and a great guy. Nice. It's the ears, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
But yeah, so, and like you guys were saying, it's 14 episodes, so you have 14 weeks. And this week we get 2 episodes, basically.
So 13.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised. I would have personally, I would have put that in the theaters as well. I would have done a Disney Plus theater release
Of the premiere?
Yeah, of the premiere. And giving everybody the opportunity to go. There's nothing really opening this weekend, and so it would have been something for people to go to.
Mm-hmm.
You could have even, opened it in a, unless they have a bad taste from the Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, they did that before. It didn't go down very well.
Well, that's because it was halfway through season 1 that they pulled those episodes from, and it didn't make any sense. And once you watched that, you were like, okay, what? And then you were going backwards when you start watching the series.
Well, that didn't help. That didn't help either.
No.
Rum and Coke. Rum and Coke's nice. I was thinking about doing a show called Rum and Snoke. Think,
I love it.
Think. Not just a pretty face, am I?
Yeah, so apart from Bad Batch tomorrow, there's Hasbro's has something coming out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see. I'm hoping for 6 new vintage figures and 6 new Black Series figures. Because the stuff they announced at the last one for the vintage figures are already on the shelves. So now those aren't even new or coming, they're already out. So I think we definitely need some. I would love to see something announced as a retro collection for Rogue One for its 5th anniversary, and do like 5 or 6 of the all the main characters as vintage figure things on that retro packaging.
Yeah. Work it, sell it. Work it.
A Cassian trailer would be nice because we know most of that's finished. So there shouldn't be a reason we shouldn't see that. There isn't a Star Wars Celebration or a D23 this year, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this would be their opportunity to get stuff out. And with all the announcements Marvel had today, I'm really looking for either solid dates tomorrow for the upcoming movie, the Squadrons movie, and then maybe even a little bit of a trailer for Obi-Wan.
Ooh.
Brandon, what are you
Yeah. So I know when it comes to the vintage collection, the figures with Darth Maul and Ahsoka, they haven't said what the other 2 are from that. So I'm guessing we'll see what those are. The release of the fan vote, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then you'd think they'd have to announce some sort of vehicle for the vintage collection. And
somebody was saying that they really thought they'd show the Razor Crest.
Right. Yeah.
But just 2 weeks ago, we were told that it hadn't even been moved to the mapping parts stage yet. So unless they've gotten a mock-up of it, like a 3D printed version of it, we won't see that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying hi to sleeping.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Bad Batch, I think we're going to see some stuff. They've already shown it's Sideshow, right? They've already announced.
They haven't shown it. They said what they were going to Crosshairs is first?
Yeah, I don't remember which characters it was, but then there's also Sleeping Giant is doing a bust.
Yeah, that's Hunter, I think.
Okay, yep.
No, who's the Wrecker? It's Wrecker.
Oh, okay.
He's the big one. He's the big one.
Guy.
Yep. Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to show us any new High Republic stuff, or even like a figure or something from it, since they're doing those book things.
I would love that. Yeah, if we got,
maybe we'll get the Rock guy.
I'll take him.
If they did High Republic stuff with that and a gold spine, because most of the High Republic books have gold spines.
On the spine of that, does it say Legends?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it just says Carnor Jax. Wrong. Little picture and then Star Wars: The Black Series.
Okay.
Nice, those boxes, aren't they? Really nice.
They are.
Beautiful
They're so
boxes.
nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
What? Somebody stole your figure.
Where'd it go?
Something tells me we might get a video, some kind of video game announcement tomorrow. Maybe not a name. I don't know. Just there's been lots of movement, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
LucasArts. There's obviously studios working on a roadmap.
Well, there's been a lot of talk of that open world game for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool if they had some sort of just small teaser for it.
Or a title.
A title.
Yeah. Just a title would be happy. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Rise of the monkey lizards.
I'm still upset we didn't get what was it? Level 13?
Yeah, 15, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that game looked excellent.
Dope.
But that got caught up in the whole, well, we're Disney and we bought it, so, no, we're not going to do that.
I wouldn't expect a Battlefront 3 until maybe an announcement within another year or so, because they're going to wait into the life cycle of the next gen consoles before they want more people to have the consoles before they announce it.
Maybe at the real E3 next year, because by then all this will be over and they'll actually be able to have an E3 again.
Lego Star Wars, has that gone quiet?
Yeah.
Has that gone quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah.
When was that? What's going on there?
It moved to Christmas, maybe.
They have not set a definitive date. It was supposed to come out in the second quarter of this year, and then they delayed it again. But people have noticed that the hashtag Lego Star Wars has a little emojis when you hashtag it now on Twitter. So
there you go. Then that's my prediction. There's a solid prediction. Lego Star Wars release day or something announced tomorrow.
It'll just be the third time that they've done it.
I'd listen to Mark Hamill reading. I listen to Stephen Fry. I prefer our guy Jim Dale doing it, but I'd listen to Mark Hamill doing Potter. It'd be interesting. Yeah, Kotar would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just so much because we don't actually know what we're being shown. Because since it's a Hasbro event, it's really just going to be Hasbro, so we really can't be hoping for new book announcements.
Well, there's a Hasbro event, but we're assuming that Lucasfilm will also make some announcements, like Marvel did today.
Yeah.
The Hasbro
but they're not having their own little event. They're just going to dump those on YouTube.
That's right. They'll just dump them.
They'll just be there. Yep. So maybe we'll get a book trailer for some new stuff upcoming, which would be cool. But
yeah, I think with the High Republic, though, they've already announced most of the books out for most of this year.
Wasn't that supposed to be a multimedia event? What happened to the other media?
Well, you've got comics. They're doing, they've done the books. They are doing they're doing a manga or a manga, however you want to pronounce it, and then they're gonna do graphic novels of them too. So you've got, I mean, if that technically counts, we might see something High Republic in the Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing
they should do a computer game.
Yeah, when they announced it as a multimedia event, we kind of assumed it was going to be something like Shadows of the Empire.
That's right. That's right.
It had a soundtrack, and it had a
figures,
book, it had a comic, and it had figures.
Video game.
Yeah, a couple of different video games, and all that came out at the same time. Sure, it sold okay.
Yeah,
but it was just like an in-betweenquel.
I liked it.
Type of film thing. Yeah. Not a whole new launch of pre-Kotar blah.
Yeah.
Have you got the Outrider, Mr. Ghost? Have you got the
I do.
Outrider?
I have the Outrider, and I've got the swoop bike.
Yeah,
I've
I got the
features.
Yeah, Outrider's good.
Yeah. I know that the first phase, they're splitting it up into 3 phases for the High Republic. The first phase is going into 2022. They're saying the first phase is going to end partway into 2022. So that's, I mean, if that's just phase 1 out of the 3, we've still got a couple years out of this. The comics have sold really well. The novels have been, what is it called? When it's like a bestseller list.
On the New York Times list.
New York Times. Yeah, thank you. And I think it's doing better than people expected it to, and there's so much hate for it that I think people are still really surprised, because each one of the comics has gone into like a 3rd or a 4th printing. Most of them have. And I know
comics. I haven't read any of them yet. But
yeah, I went back and ordered 2 and 3, and I've got it resubscribed to it. But something that I wanted to point out, have you guys been paying attention at all to the War of the Bounty Hunters that's supposed to come out on May 5th?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's
a comic?
Oh, yeah, it's a huge crossover event. It's going to have Afra, Bounty Hunters, like Charles. I'm trying to think of all the Charles Soule.
Yeah.
There's tons of people involved, but oh man.
Then it'll be in my box when I get to my comic store on Saturday.
Let's see here. Yeah. So May 5th is the Alpha comic, which is like the prelude. And it is May 5th.
I hate issue 0 comics. Just start with 1.
So yeah, it's crossing over. So there's Star Wars 13 is going to be the hunt for Han Solo, and then it's going to take place right after Boba Fett is he's transporting him to Jabba. So
the Star Wars comics already gotten to the end of Empire Strikes Back?
I don't know.
I haven't caught up. I haven't been reading recently. And it took them like 70 issues to get between Star Wars and Empire.
Yeah. It looks like this whole crossover project is going to have a total of 21 comics.
What?
12 of the crossover, 5 within the mini-series that's specifically War of the Bounty Hunters. And then there's going to be War of the Bounty Hunters, Jabba the Hutt, War of the Bounty Hunters, Forlom and Zuckuss, War of the Bounty Hunters, Bausch, and then War of the Bounty Hunters, IG-88. And there's an Afra. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're tying in Afra Vader Bounty Hunters, the main Star Wars line, and then the new 5 series coming together.
Jeez. So Brandon, go ahead and talk about your Bad Batch review show.
So on Paul's Collectibles channel, we'll be doing every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time, so 6 Pacific. There we go. I didn't struggle that time. For whatever reason, it never makes sense to me that it's not called Western. If you've got Eastern Time, Central,
Mountain,
right?
West.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah. So 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. There we go. Yeah. So we'll do that Saturdays. Even though there are 2 episodes this this week. Well, I was going to say this coming week. We're still just going to do one on Saturday covering both episodes.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun. The preview episode was great. So,
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah.
He's really knowledgeable, and she does have characters she loves beyond reason.
No.
No, like somebody might get fixated on, I don't know, a small primate-looking rat thing in one scene. But her love for Barris, it just cracks me up. Because I like Barris. She's a great character, but she's a side character.
No, she got quite militant about her, didn't she?
They did do her wrong at the end of the Clone Wars. She's right that it did just her character change did just kind of come out of nowhere. But of course, we never saw anything before that about how she felt. Like, one of the things she's very militant about are those 4 episodes with the sisters.
Yeah, the Martez sisters.
Sisters. And I actually liked those episodes. I think it shows how the common people felt about the Jedi and how they felt the war was being pushed by the Jedi, not and something they don't want, but it's going through. And their thing is you don't care about us down here. We never see any of you people down here. We've never seen a Jedi down here to take care of our problems. And I think that those episodes would have ran around the same time as that game 1313 would have come out.
Yep.
So it would have led into what it looks like in the middle of Coruscant. Not everybody in the fandom realizes it's a city planet. It doesn't have like giant parks and stuff unless they're built on top of something else. That there's 1,000 levels of city underneath that main pretty.
Plenty of monkey lizards down there as well, I tell you.
Yeah, you see them scattering around
all over the place.
There's some gangs down there, I can tell you.
So it's really, it shows how the common people live, how they're struggling during these times, and again, because they do that whole storyline kind of pops up. I think it would be nice to know how many episodes were actually set up for the original season 7, and if there were filler episodes in between before we got the sisters and the Bad Batch. I'm fine with the Bad Batch just showing up out of nowhere. That's how all the clones have just shown up out of nowhere. I don't know who Hawk and all these people are. They just show up in one episode and there they are. And we just accept that they're part of a battalion somewhere else in the war. There are special ops troopers and stuff.
Yeah, but like when you think of the troopers that, like the ARC troopers that we see going from cadets to Fives, Echo.
But we don't see that until season 3. We're introduced to them immediately. And then in season 3, we're like, oh, by the way, here's their backstory. Here's who they really are.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see first.
Right. But that's complete oversight by the people doing it. And it was released, non-chronologically, which bothers me.
Well, that's why when I go back and rewatch it, I have my list. So I can just click to that episode that should be next in the line.
Yeah.
And then because there are like 10 or 13 episodes you're supposed to watch before you even watch the movie.
Well, hopefully we'll get another show that takes us back to. Bob always laughs at me because I call it Croissant. Anyway, hopefully we'll get another show where we go back to Croissant and we go into the underworld of Croissant, because the maker was going to do a video game and a show about Croissant.
Yeah, it was basically going to be like a Sopranos type of crime show inside, and they had 38 scripts finished, 38-hour-long scripts done that they never did anything with.
Who's going to say no to some Croissant?
Yeah. And, and again, that was all during the 1313 project that just got killed. And, when Kathleen Kennedy comes out and says, well, there's no, we don't have anything to work on. Well, there's 38 hours of a television show right there you could cut up and turn into a Boba Fett movie. I still think it's funny that everybody who was mocking them even thinking about doing a Boba Fett movie can't wait for Book of Boba Fett and have swallowed up Mandalorian. Yes, yeah. Paul is good at pushing Bailey's buttons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, she is right that things just pop out of nowhere. Yeah. But I do like, I those episodes aren't my favorite with the sisters, but I understand them because that's how, it reminds me of Rebels and how people are struggling and trying to find their own way to survive in this weird world of robots and clones fighting each other.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it must have felt like to be a citizen of Coruscant during the final battle of episode 3, when those starships just start falling out of the sky left and right. And, of all the things the maker did, what was the point of that airport? I know the whole landing thing, that's not how repulsor lifts work. They go up and down. They don't glide in for a landing. But it was, you see the devastation that would have wrought on Coruscant. Yeah. I don't know.
Now, speaking of sisters, Mr. Ghost, have you two signed the Tonica Sisters change.org petition yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, good. Brandon?
The what?
Brandon, have you done it? So
there's the two
go
twins.
To
yeah.
Go on. You tell him, Mr. Ghost.
Well, I guess for years one of the sisters didn't want to be a figure. Is that?
Oh, yeah.
She didn't want to. She didn't want to sign off her rights.
Yeah.
And so now she's gotten old and has decided she can cash in. And so now she's decided she does. And those mock-ups, I don't know who did those mock-ups of the figures for that, for the cards. Those are beautiful cards. I want those.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a change.org thing. I don't know if you're going to sign it. You'll have to tell us how many people are on it now.
Yep.
It's on Victoria Cantina's Twitter if you're looking for it. It's change.org. Sign it. Get it signed. Sign your name across
everybody
heart.
Watching should definitely go share it and sign it. Get it through the community.
I want you to be my baby.
When you were saying it, I thought you were saying atomic something, and I was just like, I don't know what you're. It's a. Let's see here. Oh wow, a whole bunch of people just signed it when.
Yeah, it's constantly being signed. It's constantly going up. Look at Salacious Rum's on there.
I am waiting for one more person so I can be 600.
That's not bad for being up barely a day. We are talking about the how do you
I'll do it. Yeah, it's Star Wars. It's from Star Wars: A New Hope, and it's the cantina scene. And in the cantina, there's two characters. They're called the Tonica Sisters, and you can see them quite clearly in the film. Well, in the documentary, you can see them quite clearly. Good footage of them. And there's some good photographs of them as well. If you Google them, they're called the Tonica Sisters.
Cameras in that cantina.
Yeah, very good. It's good documentary. Documentary, but they never got made into action figures, Sandro. And there were plans to make them, but one of the sisters refused to sign her rights away to the creator, so they never made them. Ever since, Star Wars fans have been trying to get the characters made into figures so that they can complete their cantina dioramas. So now's the time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get them.
I would love to see him I would like to see them in vintage release individually, and then maybe as a San Diego Comic-Con Black Series as a 2-pack.
A 2-pack.
That would
Good
be
idea.
cool.
Good idea. They're quite sexy to be honest. They've got all kind of like leotard actions going on, and
Yeah.
you know, they were there. They went to the cantina for a good night, that's for sure. Looking for a good time. Would you say, Mr. Ghost?
Wait a second.
Cool.
I was just on there, and I was number 600, and now it's gone back, and now it says 581 have signed.
Well, YouTube would be YouTubing, even if it's on GoFundMe.
Change.org be change.orging.
Things can change. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling.
Yeah, Brandon, if you can find that picture, if they've got the picture of the figures, share it, and we'll put it up.
Oh,
so people can see what we're talking about.
That's just the way it is. Things could change.
That was a great music video. We have
Something's gonna change.
the true star of Sleeping Collectibles Fireside Chat music video with us today.
Oh. Oh. You mean me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You about Brandon? Oh yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Right.
Not me at all.
Oh, thanks.
We're just we're low tier B actors in that thing.
Oh well, you should see me in Kowak. I'm number one. I've been number one in the charts in Kowak for years.
Yeah, I love those cards.
They're nice. Time for Tonica.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob always gets a gin and tonic out at that moment. He gets confused.
That is definitely something everybody should
There, look at the outfit on that photo. Look at her skin tight leotard outfit on the photo. Tell you what, look at that. Ooh, yes, sirree.
All right. Get that off there before things get
so that's
crazy.
good. That's good. Some good news in Star Wars land. So, everything we're looking forward to tomorrow, everything Marvel put out today. And, of course, everybody saw that they kind of announced a Fantastic Four movie without actually announcing it.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Wow.
I still think the Fantastic Four would be a better television series than a movie, because you could draw the relationships out between the family members and Reed and Ben a lot more in an 8-episode arc than just trying to cram everything. I think that's why the Fantastic Four movies don't work, because you have to show the family dynamic and everything first. Then you have to show them getting their powers. Then you have to squeeze in Doctor Doom somewhere. And then they have to fight Doctor Doom. And I think it's just too much story for, a 2-hour movie at most.
Yeah.
And I think that's where both of them have kind of fallen. And then you try and take even something even bigger, like Silver Surfer and Galactus, and shove it down to a small movie.
Yeah.
And I think team things, the Avengers works really well, because they've done real well with everybody getting their 10 minutes of footage before the Avengers do stuff. But you can't give backstories. Like if they suddenly decided to do X-Men, I really don't think they can do that in a movie. I think they need to do it as a series.
Good shout. It's a good shout. I hear what you're saying. You're not wrong.
Some things will never change.
Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. That's just the way it is.
Careful with that.
He was just thinking of pineapple pizza.
Yeah.
So, No, I lost what I was going to say. I had something there for a minute, and it's gone.
Fantastic Four. I think what you were saying is right about the Fantastic Four. I mean, they unbelievably dropped that in a sizzle reel. They didn't even do an announcement of any sort. Just dropped the sizzle reel on Twitter. There was no spit roasted monkey lizard sizzling. It was just the video, and everyone was blown away by it. And they didn't even announce the film. They just showed the bloody logo at the end, and everyone's wow.
Well,
That
I
was
think it was
that
real
Feige.
smart of them to make it look like they were announcing another Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't and says Marvel and leaves. It's like, oh.
Yeah. And the 4 kind of looks like an A, doesn't it? It's sort of, it's blue as well, and it just, he's good, any Feige. He's good, any.
What did you guys think of the Eternals footage we saw? I mean, there wasn't much of it.
Look good. Look good.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I mean, if they can make Guardians of the Galaxy work, they can make Eternals work. It didn't work so well on the ABC show, but I think again they were trying to do too much for a TV show.
Yeah, there's going to be some cool powers, I think, and that's what's going to be good. And there's Angelina Jolie. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, plus it depends on when they set this movie, how far back in time they started. Because Eternals could actually end up being the first Marvel movie, just because they may start it far back when Atlantis is there and things like that. I wonder if we're actually going to get Namor and stuff like that name dropped in the movie or even shown.
Mm-hmm. Could do. They were planning Namor for Black Panther 2, but they might change that now.
Yeah, that's Wakanda Lives is going to be interesting. It'll be weird to see how they work it without Chadwick. I know they want to respect him and everything, but you can't just say the Black Panther is never going to be in a Marvel thing again.
Well, the Black Panther is a title, and it does get handed around in Wakanda. Yeah. So Shuri's has had it previously, I understand. I also think they're going to bring back, what's his name?
Killmonger.
I know he died, but I got a feeling he could be a redeemed Black Panther 2 somehow. I don't know. With basically anything goes with that herb, doesn't it? You get a bit of that herb down you.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Somebody was speculating that instead that they could actually make him the White Wolf.
Yeah.
Instead of the Winter Soldier. And be the head of Wakanda security now. And then that kind of goes, but they still have to explain away why, did they find some more flowers to actually have another Black Panther? Or is it going to be more like a suit thing? Like they made Sam a suit so he could be more of a super soldier without actually taking the serum.
Did they lose the herb then? I can't remember. Did they lose the herb?
He burned them all.
He burnt it. Killmonger burnt it because he didn't want anybody else getting a hold of it. That's why they...
they'd always get more. Someone will have a stash of herb somewhere. Someone's blazing away on that herb somewhere. You know it.
Yeah, so that'll be good. And then the Marvels.
God.
Are we assuming that's Captain Marvel too?
She's been dropped, and she big style there.
Yeah.
She's really gone through the ringer. Imagine being the star of your own sequel and then not losing your name out of the sequel. Yeah. She's been downgraded there.
Because it'd be, it's because she was supposed to be a big part of the new Avengers.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to kind of be like a Civil War or something, or Winter Soldier, where you had some crossover characters and stuff that would move along, but she was still going to there would still be a Captain Marvel too.
Well, you guys know this is an American term here. I've got American term for you. She's been benched.
Yeah, she's been backbenched, definitely. She was one of those new mouthy MPs that didn't know their place and got moved to the backbench. And and it wasn't her fault. This the script just it was an okay origin movie. It wasn't horrible. The effects were great. The story was relatively okay. I think she could have been a little more dynamic in her acting, but apart from that, I actually kind of liked her better in the Avengers than I liked her in her own movie. But that's because she had a better handle of what she was doing by then.
Yeah.
So it will be that'll be cool. Spider-Man is going to be great.
Yeah.
It's just that so much stuff, and then like we were saying, there's no word on TV. We know Moon Knight is still coming. We know Ghost Rider is coming. We know Blade is coming.
Secret
What If
Invasion
is coming. Secret Invasion. That's right. I forgot about that. There's 6
Crazy
television shows, and that on top of the Bad Batch and the Cassian show and the Book of Boba Fett
and Obi-Wan.
So almost every month or every other month, there's either a new Star Wars thing or a new Marvel thing.
Just settle it down a little bit. I've got a little bit of pee just coming. just hold on.
And then you've got the extra stuff too. Like you've got the Visions. You've got the and it's still a little bit out, but the Acolyte and Lando, and like I just look at that wall of the stuff that they have announced, and now we've got all this stuff from Marvel, and
Marshals of the New Republic and droids.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's alternating Marvel, Star Wars, and it like
and what they might be doing is trying to do Star Wars Disney Plus film in the theaters, Marvel Disney Plus, Marvel theater, Star Wars, Marvel, and because there's clearly more Marvel product coming than Star Wars, but I like that. I don't want a ton of Star Wars. I don't think Star Wars can handle that. I think that's one of the main things they did wrong with the Disney years is they wanted a new movie every year. Star Wars can't handle that. We need a 2-year break between movies or something. You need time to clear out merchandise, or you need one overarching brand title so that everything can come under that brand. So you don't have, we had Force Awakens and Rogue One and then Rise of Skywalker stuff or Last Jedi stuff all on the shelves at the same time.
And then by the time Solo came around, it wasn't enough time.
Yeah, and there wasn't enough space to put them on the shelves. So
you can handle the truth.
Yeah. The truth is I do want more Star Wars. I just think that it needs space. No, we never saw him die. We just saw him kind of collapse.
Oh, you see? Yeah, I thought that was it. He's coming back. He's too good an actor.
When he did that, he was going to fall forward over the edge of the cliff. And he didn't. He just kind of fell into Chadwick's arms, which, who wouldn't? And kind of just passed out.
He's coming back. He's coming back with the spirit of the Black Panther and the herb. The herb.
Yeah, and the Marvels will have Rambeau in it, of course. So now that she's back through WandaVision.
Yeah, her star was in the logo.
Yeah, but she got to keep her job. Although there are pretty big rumors that they're going back and trying to mend fences with her to bring her back. I don't think they will. I think that'd be way too much for Disney to swallow.
Yeah.
But, they brought, of course, the fans were screaming even louder to bring, what's his name back from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn.
Yeah. And that was, hey, Figs, what's up? Yeah, and they basically had to eat crow and bring him back too. But I think, sadly, the vitriol with Cara Dune is a lot thicker than with James Gunn. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. That horse becoming Pope, it's weird. Maybe they have a cunning plan.
I don't see them bringing her back.
It would be easier to rewrite Marshals of the New Republic, rewrite the whole of Masters of whatever it's called, than bring her back and
Rangers of the New Republic.
That's right.
Yep.
Then to come back and say, oh yeah, we were wrong. Everybody says stuff, and she can say, look, I understand that I was doing, like she already has apologized many times and tried to explain herself, but she could do it again, and then both sides could walk away. But I think the fandom is so split over her, with I'd say at least 60% of the fandom supporting her, and still wanting her to be back. But I've tried to get rid of all the fandom menace people in my Twitter feeds and stuff, and started trying to follow a lot more of the positive people. I've found that a lot of them are almost as toxic as the Phantom Menace people, just from the other direction. It's very hard to find centrist people to follow who just love Star Wars and don't want to, don't want me to try and force me to love Kylo Ren or hate Rey. I just want people who love Star Wars. That's why.
Come over to the Monkey Lizard Army. There's no entry requirements.
Yep.
All we do is hang out, chill out, eat pizza, watch movies, and that's about it, really.
Kenny. Kill Kenny.
Yeah. Occasionally, I have to sedate Pilly Yum Yum. But
that game Bob was playing the other day, that Soma game or whatever it was called, that was something.
That was trippy.
That was a trippy game. It reminded me a lot of that Alien game you were playing, Brandon.
Yeah.
But, like Rum was saying earlier, it's there's a hints thing on there because the game gave you no information. It's just like, and here you are. Well, why can I pick up this drill if I can't do anything with it?
I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to that game. I was thinking about it the other day. I just felt great anxiety playing that game.
Yeah.
And then even more so the fact that I decided to stream it and there was people watching me halfway through it, and I'm literally, it's black. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm lost and I'm feeling very anxious right now.
One of the first things you should have found was a flashlight.
Yeah.
Should have kicked it on the ground and been like, oh, look, a flashlight. And there it is, because it's on the controller map. But hell, you were stuck in your own room for 40 minutes because the jar you needed wasn't even in there.
Didn't spawn.
Spawn.
Because you didn't do the email, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Who knew you had to send an email?
Exactly.
Okay, I would have eventually looked at the computer and been like, well, I guess I can send that email. How does that magically make a bottle appear above my microwave?
Well, I'm glad you two are on my side on this because I was feeling pretty stupid at the time, and I always put a big caveat on my game streams, which is I am not a good game player.
Right.
But that game was really hard. I mean, like you said, who would know you have to bloody send an email?
Yeah.
I mean,
I felt like, okay,
well,
go over and touch that thing. Oh,
yeah.
Well, sorry.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, and then with the digit code, I said 2187, and Chris is like, "Yeah, try that one." And I was like, "No, I'm kidding."
Well, I when you couldn't find the bottle, I got mad and started going looking for things, and I found that playthrough I sent you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And I just happened to click onto a spot that showed a body on the ground, and they picked up an ID card. That's where I got that code from. I was like, well, I don't know where this will jump the game to. Because before you went into that area that sent you outside, that door you couldn't get into below?
Yeah.
You were supposed to go there first.
All right.
And then there was some stuff you did there, and it gave you actually some background on where you are. As far as it gave you a little plot. And then when you went out, I couldn't find that Lambda door that you were supposed to be looking for. I kept trying to watch the video to see if I could see where you were compared to where they were, and I couldn't be like, no, turn left,
Well, plot would help. I still don't really understand what's going on in that game, if I'm totally honest.
I think where you got to the point is that somehow, in Avatar, how their minds are transferred into the body of one of the Avatar people.
Yeah.
I think these people transferred their minds into the machines,
the robots. Yeah,
into the robots.
Oh, okay.
And somehow they don't know they're robots anymore. And that's why when you put your hands in front of you, you suddenly had like black hands and all these dots. And Luke was like, "Oh well,
Are you feeling okay? Your hands look funny."
Yeah.
Because you were a robot, and that's
I'm
why
a robot.
you didn't die when you walked out into the ocean."
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's also why you didn't find the flashlight until that point, because they didn't want you to realize too early that the flashlight is part of you.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, there's different little bits that, if you didn't know you were supposed to go there, why in the hell would you go there? Like you said, we couldn't see anything,
I still don't know if I'm going to go back to that game. There's 3 games I've played since I've been streaming online. There are 3 games I've started which I don't think I'm going to go back to, and that's one of them. Some games I think that looks good, and then it becomes pretty apparent 5 minutes in that it's just way above me. It's way above me on a technical level, or I don't have the mentality for it. But I started Deus Ex the other day as well, and that was just so hard. I doubt I'll go.
Watching somebody play. It's a new game. That looked fun. It looked a lot like aliens running around, jumping, shooting stuff. Pretty fun little game. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But
and since watching Brandon stream, I mean, I love my second favorite movie franchise of all time is the Alien franchise. Mm-hmm. So I collect a load of Alien merch as well as Star Wars, and I get all the games. And I've had that game sat there for ages, but there's just no way I'm going to play that game. There's just no way. If Brandon, there's no way I can. I mean, I must admit, Brandon, I had anxiety from watching you play
it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I couldn't do the face huggers. It's off my PlayStation now. I won't finish that game.
Yeah. It's beaten both of us.
It was a fun looking game. I don't think I'd play it myself either.
Right.
I'm more of I like exploring and doing stuff. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 would probably be a really fun game for me, except I'm not very good at the shooting thing. So like when you go in town and you're attacked by 10 people in the real game, I wouldn't be good at that part. But I am good at wandering around, helping people, doing quests. That's why I liked Warcraft so much, because I didn't have to fight big groups of people or anything. I could just destroy everything in my path and, go find, why doesn't this zebra have a coat? I need 5 zebra pelts. Why doesn't this zebra have a pelt? I could kill 20 more? What? But
that interests me.
Like the Lego games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your kind of game is my kind of game, I think, as well. A little bit more chilled out, a little bit more expansive. Are we allowed to talk about, without going into much detail, are we allowed to talk about the D&D thing? Maybe we don't want to talk about it, but I'm quite interested. Maybe we can skirt around talking about it. I don't know much about... I'm really interested in Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop games, but I've never played any of them. So without talking about the other thing... Have you got any experience playing Dungeons and Dragons? And if you have, how do you play it, Mr. Ghost? Because I don't know.
I played Dungeons and Dragons ages ago, but the game as it's being set up now by John at Super Awesome Geek is set up more like the Star Wars role playing game, which I did play for like 8 years. I used to DM the game, and it's more of a those old text-based games that they used to have in the very beginning of video games?
Yeah.
It's more like that, except, John will be the DM and he'll say, okay, you guys there's going to be 5 of us playing. Brandon, Rum, Sleeping, Mark. Who else? And who am I forgetting?
You?
Oh yeah, me. I knew there was someone really important I was forgetting. And we're going to be a group of bounty hunters that have different personalities, different traits. Without giving too much away, my character is a former Padawan.
Have we picked? Have we picked?
Several of us have.
Okay. Yeah, I picked.
You might get over to Discord or look at that list.
Yeah, you might want to pick one of the remaining characters
before everybody's gone.
Was the alien left?
I don't know. Brandon, did you take him?
No, I think I took her. Yeah,
took the alien. I'll find out.
Yeah, you'd have to look at the chain and see who took what so far. But there's an old Republic admiral who is kind of our leader. Brandon is a female bounty hunter, and there's a couple others. There's a droid. Sleeping says the droid is the only one left.
Looks like Salacious.
Salacious is a droid.
I don't mind droids.
Be a super battle droid.
I might have his eyes out, but that's fine.
But he's had a lot of repairs and stuff done to him.
You could be a monkey lizard in a corpse of a battle droid.
Oh yeah,
we're doing that. What's up, John? That's what it is. That's because he was trying. As he was writing him, I was like, yeah, but droids don't work very well in the role playing game because they do have personalities, but unless they've broke their programming like KS2 or whatever, we're going to work on that. Yeah. We'll hit John up with that. I like that.
Yeah.
And so basically he'd say, you five you're going after this bounty. You land on Coruscant and you need to decide where you're going. So we decide, okay, we're going to go try finding some information. So we're going to go hit a pub. And so we go into a pub and we start questioning some people. Maybe have a drink or so. And then, try and find out where this guy is. And then we might run into some, rogues who are trying to, rob us or whatever. And it's just questing. It's just, it's a overarching thing with a whole bunch of side quests. So it's just like a video game, just in real life. And it's going to be set up on the Discord server. And so we're going to stream it live while doing that. I'm not sure how that works. John's doing all that stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like he knows how to do it because he does a lot of online D&D stuff.
Yeah. And so it's basically, we're going to use weapons from Star Wars. We'll have, while my character is force sensitive, they go out of their way not to use it because they don't want to be pulled out. So think of Kanan from Rebels, where he doesn't actually use his saber. He doesn't really, but he uses it for piloting or to aim better when he's shooting, stuff like that you can't see. So I think it's going to be fun. It'll be interesting. Yeah. We're fixing this G-Force. There will be monkey lizards.
Oh.
Monkey lizard controlling a super battle droid.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine, Sleeping, but what's your character going to be like? So, yeah, it'll be fun. And so I'm not sure how the mechanics of the game work inside Discord, but it's going to be based on a 20D rolling system. So say Brandon is attacking me and I need to defend myself or shoot back. So I can either try and dodge or I can fire. And so to fire and hit him properly, I need to roll an 11 out of 20. Ooh. My dexterity on my character is, say, 8. So I need to roll an 11, but I have a +3 because I can use my force ability. So then I can roll it, and anything I get, it adds a +3 to. So if I rolled a 6, I needed an 8, and I didn't hit him. But my +3 gives me a 9, so I did. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this going to be streamed so people can watch?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm not sure if we're all doing it individually on our own streams, or if we're doing this with Mark in the middle, or with John in the middle, and we're just doing it on Super Awesomes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're still figuring that out. We're figuring out times, that kind of thing. It does sound sort of complicated, but Sleeping, if you saw on the Discord server he set up, he already has our character sheets and stuff
Saw
like
all
that.
that. He's put a lot of work into it already, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We just came up with this, Saturday, and he's already out. Oh yeah, I know how to do all this, and there it is. So I was like, yeah, I got to read through all that, and I need to learn my character a little better, and
yeah.
So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll probably be another week or so before we start it, but we just need to find a time when all 6 of us can get together and play the game.
Oh, I've seen there's a new Twitter thing now for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That way we can shoot questions back and forth a little easier, and that kind of thing. Because there will have to be more. We're going to have to set up our characters a little more. He'll give us like character points. So he'll say, okay, you have your base or what I already told you, but you have 10 points you can spread among. So Sleeping is a kind of a hothead mercenary, guy. So he might put 2 extra points into his fire shooting abilities. So that'll give him a +5 instead of a +3. So he's almost guaranteed to almost hit anything he's shooting at that point, in some way, unless they dodge well. So there'll be some stuff to play with. But
I'm excited.
That is something coming up from Peg Warmers, with our super special guest Salacious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to talk about. I think we're not sure what's going on yet. We may be streaming it on, if like Brandon doesn't want to stream, he doesn't have to, but we can all put it on our streams. But I don't know if that'll break up the views a lot. So, the 20 people might watch it on mine, 30 people might watch it on Sleeping's, 50 will watch it over on Mark, something like that. Or if we put it all on one. But the thing with it also is that the chat won't have a ton to do with it. And you guys in the chat will be able to see us, what we're doing. You might even be able to get us suggestions, but it won't be a kind of, hey, what do you guys think we should do next type of thing. It's not a choose your own adventure with the chat, which would also be an interesting idea. But we're not sure about all that yet. That's still to come. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm just along for the ride. Like I've never done any sort of D&D stuff, so.
And it really is just and it's, since it's going to be mostly Star Wars, we know what the world looks like. So John doesn't have to put a lot of time into designing, cities or mazes or something like that for us. We know what Coruscant looks like. So he can just say, you're walking down the main thoroughfare of Coruscant. You see, Club Obi-Wan or whatever on your right-hand side. There's many people, including what look like homeless people around. There's several Imperial troopers just kind of hanging out as if they're watching the area. And that's what we're walking into. And so it's more of a imagine what's going on thing. I know some dungeon masters who are really good artists, and they'll sketch out kind of what we're seeing, and just kind of like storyboards, like for a movie. They're really crude, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you're seeing. Well, that's what's nice about Star Wars is we know what everything looks like. If they say a Jawa is walking up toward you, you know what it looks like and what it is. So yeah, it'll be fun for you guys. I mean, I haven't played a role-playing game since 91, 92. It's been a long. Shut up, Brandon.
Wow. I mean, I haven't played one ever, so.
Well, and you just haven't played it on a table. basically. I mean, basically, you have gotten together and played role-playing games before. You play Red Dead Redemption, and that's the same type of thing. You're getting in a group. You're going to do and accomplish something, and the difference is John doesn't tell you, I'm going to shoot those guys on the right. You don't tell him, I'm going to take the guy in the middle. Everybody just splits up and goes and does things. Sometimes some people just run over other people with carts and stuff, or shoot mules. But it generally works out. And so, or other people steal people's horses, or light people on fire,
blow off all their limbs,
shoot off their arms and their legs. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like a multiplayer game.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, just in your mind more instead of, and you can have asides. Like before we do anything, drastic, we can say, well, Salacious, I don't know. Do you really think we should just bust into this door, or do you think we should try and pick it first?
No, bust in.
And he'll say no, bust in, and you kick the door open.
Yeah.
And it actually is, a child's bedroom, and you freak that child out. In the old Star Wars game, that would get you dark side points. I had a buddy who was playing, and he loved to just run in rooms shooting before he knew what was going on. And he busted into a room and shot 4 kids and gained 2 dark side points. And later that day, I actually, because I was game master, he absorbed so many dark side points, I took his character away, and then I could play his character as DM, and he had to create a whole new character and start all over again. It hurt him a lot because he loved that character, but shouldn't have killed kids. He killed Princess Leia.
What?
Should
He
have
knew
killed
we
kids.
were looking for her, and again, he burst into a jail cell and started shooting, and she was there in the room with somebody else.
Sounds
And he
reasonable.
killed Princess Leia. And I'm like, now what do, moron? You just ruined Star Wars.
Bit
5 dark side points.
of collateral damage.
Yeah, a little bit of collateral damage.
Well, interchangeable.
Well, kids are kids. I mean, how many dark side points did Anakin get for the Padawans? I mean, 1 apiece, 2 apiece. So yeah, I think everybody will get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
And like he said, he's going to try and develop them so that each chapter of the game or whatever is about an hour and a half long. So that gives us an extra half hour of BSing and trying to decide what we're doing with an hour.
To figure it out.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm going with my gut on this.
I think I'm going to get a vibro sword and a blaster, or what my character's going to use.
Cool.
Because then I could at least use my training as a Padawan with lightsabers with a vibro sword. And it should be transferable.
Well, can't be a good blaster, kid.
When I think your character actually has one built in one of his arms, Salacious. So you have to read that.
I've landed on my feet. And I.
Yeah, and flamethrowers are one of the weapons. So you should definitely get a flamethrower. John doesn't
rockets
have flamethrowers, but I think definitely you should have a flamethrower.
Sleeping's going down.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think I'll do a vibro dagger and a blaster pistol.
Now remember, your sniper blaster is great and all, but you don't want to be like crosshairs.
No, blaster pistol.
Yeah, you want a heavy. You could definitely carry a normal blaster with you as well, sleeping, so you can get that sniper out and kill people. But then you're definitely going to want something shorter ranged. There should be an announcement tomorrow. Kowakian Dark Trooper.
Please. Yes, please.
Yeah.
There were there were cybernetic monkey lizards in the Old Republic, weren't there, Tina? I'm pretty sure there were. I think Tina knows about them.
I'm pretty sure there were in the extended universe.
Yeah, I think there were.
I don't know if any of them have there haven't been any real sentient ones though, right?
Yeah, they're all sentient. What are you on about?
Well, I mean,
All sentient.
you have an incredible grasp of English. It's amazing, really.
Well, I was
I don't
schooled in
think we actually
England.
saw that in canon.
Yeah, no, they are. If you go on the first line of the Wikipedia dictionary, it says, they're sentient. They are sentient. But yeah, I was schooled in England. Not many were. You've seen a few.
And I know they hired you in England, but I just was a surprise that in Return of the Jedi they never used your obvious thespian skills.
Well,
what was the point of doing Hamlet if you can't even do a couple lines in Return of the Jedi?
Cry havoc! Let's slip the dogs of war.
See, brilliant performance.
Thank you.
And the EU, okay, yeah, that's what I thought in old EU.
Well, that was Macbeth, though, I think, wasn't it?
Plus, you could say that John could fix it so that maybe you have some sort of little brain implant that allows your thoughts to come out in the trooper's voice.
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna read this out, but it's BD and it's SBD-721, a droid. It says an ex-super battle droid that was found and reprogrammed to be a bodyguard for a bounty hunter named Kalos Kurd, trained and reprogrammed to be autonomous. But that you could say that Kalos Kurd was a monkey lizard.
Monkey lizard bounty hunter. This is his old droid that's been reprogrammed. He's now
that he's put his
neural implant into.
Why don't we change this to actually the thing he was protecting was Hondo, and you are Hondo because Hondo has a Quackly Monkey friend.
Pilf Muck Muck.
Yeah, so perhaps he wanted to give you some protection or something, and so he gave you a droid body.
Oh, this is Hondo's droid, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and Hondo being Hondo went off to do something else, and you were like, and you're autonomous now, and you're like, you know what, Hondo, you're a jerk, and you took off on your own, or you just joined us because you wanted to get away from him for a while, or he was on the run, or something.
I like my character. He sounds good. A reprogrammed droid, bounty hunter's bodyguard droid. Basically, I'm the badass in the group, aren't I?
Exactly.
To be honest, you think you're all going down?
I would like to point out that the point of the game is not to kill us.
Oh, isn't that?
No.
Can I not kill Brandon?
Maybe sleep, but
Who am I killing then?
Random Imperials, I think.
Oh, other people.
We're going to make our own episodes of the Bad Batch, basically.
Oh, Pilly's sedated. I laced Pilly's space bananas with chloroform, just because it's Star Wars Day tomorrow and Pilly was getting excited. Don't worry, Pilly's fine.
He'll wake up just in time for the Bad Batch.
Yeah, that's right.
So. Isn't it Star Wars Day for you right now?
She is actually.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yay! Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day.
May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
So, we'll kind of wrap stuff up. So yeah, that's stuff that's coming forward for us on Peg Warmers and as a group. We're going to do the D&D Star Wars type game. It won't be either D&D rules or Star Wars role-playing game rules. So it'll be a little different. But I think everybody will get a kick out of it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I think we'll have a good time. Of course, Brandon has a Bad Batch review every Saturday at 8 Central Time. Fix your own time schedule somewhere. I still want YouTube to make a calendar that I can put this out, and you could make a repeating thing. Like I'm here every Monday at 4. it should be on a calendar that says that 1000th Ghost is going to be here on, and if I need to drop a week, I can go in and remove that day off of your calendar.
Your own
And
broadcast schedule
is on, and Sleeping is on Tuesday, and Papa Gord is on Sunday nights, and Mr. Stargill is on like every night, but he put on something, and Luke has got his, and it would be easier for me to remember everybody if I had a calendar in front of me as well.
True.
Instead of just a reminder, because I have all my notifications turned off on my phone, because if I didn't, I'd be getting stuff constantly, and I need to sleep at some point. So that's there's the devil. Yeah, it's going to kill us all. But Salacious, what are you guys on next? When's Three Men and a Monkey Lizard on?
That's a good question.
Friday.
Yeah, this Friday we've got Dan Denny. We've got Dan Denny on. He's a specialist diorama builder.
I think I've seen his stuff.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, and he is on, I think it's Sean Solo's channel. But to make things easier, because people get confused on Three Men and the Monkey Lizard, I made a playlist on my channel. It's right at the top. While it's underneath my shorts, it's one of the first playlists. And I don't know if you know, but you can add other people's videos to a playlist. So because we wanted to share them around, we've got the same playlist on each of our channels, but we've got all the next 4 weeks of episodes plotted in the playlist.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it looks really nice as well, seeing them all plotted. And so because we were finding that people will go into my channel looking for it, and then it was on someone else's. But now if they go to my channel, it is there. So
is Sean on now sleeping?
Is he on there now?
If he's on, we can raid him.
Is he on there? Is he on? I doubt it. Is he?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is he?
We can. The stream rating is becoming a very popular thing. No, Friday. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I do know somebody that's on right now.
Oh, who's on?
Aaron.
Oh.
Cold Bin Games.
Oh. Mr. Cudbane.
Can you link that thing in?
Hell yeah, I can. He's doing a Q&A with Will.
There are some people in your chat that I don't know, Mr. Ghost. I don't know the Blue Sasquatch, and I don't know Arcade Pop.
Blue Sasquatch is a good guy.
Hello, Mr. Blue Sasquatch.
Arcade Pop, he does a lot of our game streams.
Hello. And I don't know Sandro Pancho either. He's in the new
he lives here in Denver.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Come and subscribe to my channel.
People who aren't basically, we all follow each other all over the place.
Oh, nice to meet you.
What is the message we should type in on Aaron's?
Let's see. How about
hello, foolish mortals, or welcome,
foolish mortals. That's a good one. I like that.
Foolish mortals. Not sentient.
No.
What the? Mr. Ghost. Honestly.
A little bit offended by that.
Did something seem off about the keeper? Stared off into the table.
It won't be as good as one of Sleeping's, just because
nothing.
We don't have 40 people to stream
right.
It once.
Very well.
Although Paul did find that funny.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Well, he did it to me the other day as well, didn't he? He did it to
There not been a cleansing in a very long time.
There's I linked his current stream.
Hey guys, we got Sleeping Ewok, 1,000 Ghost. What sacred law did the culprit break? G-Force is here. Why was it committed? Who did it and to what end? Many more questions followed, and all the while he continued to leer at the area where the people continued.
I remember as you guys are over there to drop a like.
That is. When I read that the first time, I got goosebumps, and I was like, okay, where's this keeper at again? I gotta find him. Welcome everybody, Stream Raid! Nice. So guys, again, thank you all. Monkey Lizards rule. As they do, they are some of the best. Monkey, they are some of the best space creatures out there.
Yes.
Yes, we've had barking dogs. We had thunder.
They're good lovers too.
Yes, we are. You're right. You know it, Brandon.
Guys, this is so awesome. Thank y'all for being here tonight. And thank you all for coming in from the stream raid. Arcade Pop, what's going on? So guys, again, if you're just coming in, you're just joining us, Will has been working on this book now for a little while now.
So Will's been working on a book, and he's finally getting it published, I'm pretty sure. So we might have to support it and grab a copy. So anyway, we'll get off so we can all pop over to Cobain and hang out over there if we want. Thank you everybody for being here again. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Salacious. Everybody catch everybody on everybody's shows. Peg Warmers is on Saturday. Brandon's on Saturday. 3 Minute Monkey Lizards is on Friday. I'm here Mondays. So thanks everybody, and catch you on the flip side.